Hello, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I would like to talk to you about something that I saw in the spirit. Now, I normally like to go to the park. I like to spend, quiet time with the Lord, and at the same time get some sun, some vitamin D. And so one day I decided to go to the park, and I began to pray. And I was actually a little tired, but I still opened up the Word. I still prayed. I still, worshiped the Lord, and just spending time with the Lord, just loving on the Lord. And I was a little tired, as I said. And so what I did was, the sun was pretty powerful. So I just put my head down on my Bible, and when I put my head down, I guess I put my head down for about, I'm gonna say about maybe, I don't know, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I'm not too sure. But the minute that I lifted my head up, I happened to look to the corner, because the park where I go to, it's close to the corner. It's a small park. And I looked to the corner, and I was in the spirit. Now, what did I see? I saw a hooded entity standing like this, just standing like with hooded, a hood, one of those hoods, and it just stood there it looked like a hooded, it looked like a dress, like a hood, but a dress. And then it stood there like this, just looking. And I felt like it was just looking at me. And I began to look at it. I stared at it. I just stared and stared and stared. And it was weird because I couldn't see the face. But it looked like, how I can describe it, it looked like it was like a curtain. And it was just waving like that. It was just like waving like this. But it looked like a curtain, and it was like waving like halfway. And I mind you, as I'm looking at this entity, and the entity is standing like that, looking at, like, I felt like it was looking at me. At the corner by the light, I could see, I guess I could see people. But I'm not really focusing on the people. I'm focusing on the entity. Now, I had no fear. I was not trembling. I was just still. I was calm. I just was looking. I was in the spirit. It wasn't somebody that was dressed like that, guys. It was an entity that stood there. I don't even know how long that entity was there, to be honest. I don't know if it was a couple of, I don't know. I don't know if it was like about 10 seconds. But it felt like long. It felt like, I don't know, it's just weird. And then at one point, as I kept looking at the entity, all of a sudden, it just kind of like, it kind of like vanished. And then I saw, I don't know, I saw a person, a girl with a ponytail crossing the street. But I had not seen that person at the corner. I didn't see that person at the corner. That entity vanished, and it just kind of like, just, I don't know if it disappeared or it just, I don't know how to explain it. Like it converted, or it just, and I saw a girl crossing the street at the corner, that very same corner. And I was like, what was that? Because I have never, ever, 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 ever seen something like that. I have never. Now, I have seen, like dark, like figures, like I've seen like spiritual rats, like dark. Like I could see it in my peripheral. I could just see dark things like moving, like just like, I don't know, it's just like going like quick. It's like a lightning, that type of thing, where I would just see some things that are like dark. And I was just asking the Lord, what was that? what was that I saw? Because it was just weird. It was just so weird. And I'm like, wow. Clearly, I wanted to know why I saw that. There's a reason for everything, right? I do believe that. But that entity, I began to like ask God, and I couldn't get it off my mind because I've never seen something like that. And so one day, I'm watching, I like to basically watch different YouTube channels, and one of my favorite channels is Kevin Zadai. I don't know if you guys know Kevin Zadai, Dr. Kevin Zadai. And he was, one day I happened to turn on YouTube channel, and when I clicked on his channel on a video, to my amazement, he actually was talking about that, what I saw, because he said that he'd seen entities with a black robe. He'd actually seen them by his bed. Now I'm saying to myself, wow, that's exactly what I saw. That was exactly what I saw. And what he said was that when he saw that, it was, what that means is that that entity is angry because you are in his territory. You're in his territory, so now they're angry because you are in their territory. They control regions, they control certain environments, they control certain territories. And so I'm like, wow. Because I had been asking the Lord, what was that? Why did I see that? What was it? What, like, I mean, I know what I saw, but it was just like, why did I see it? What was the reason why I saw it? And I felt like it was looking at me, and it was stood there looking, like it just stood there. And it was just, I was like, wow, you know, I don't know. Have you guys experienced something like that? Have you guys seen like an entity like that? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, because that to me was just, you know, I was questioning, am I tapping into something that, that, you know, they are angry with because they, you know, perhaps can't contend with me in that sense because I'm covered by the blood, I am protected. But even though God will show me things. And so, yeah, this was pretty interesting. And this was outside. So this was right here at the park where I normally go sometimes to spend time with the Lord and get some vitamin D and all that. But, you know, it's pretty interesting, guys. The things that, you know, that God allows us to see, because everybody's experiences are different. You know, I may see this and you may see something else, or, you know, but, you know, if you have experienced something like this, something similar, you know, just leave it in the comments. I would like to know, you know, everybody's, you know, experience with spiritual warfare and all that. So yeah, this is, you know, this is my testimony, and this is what I experienced. And so I hope you guys, you know, stay prayed up, keep praying, keep reading your word, fast, and let us contend for the faith. We have work to do for the kingdom, guys. We have work to do for the kingdom. And I know that we are victorious no matter what we go through, no matter what we experience, we are victorious. And so I pray that you all stay safe. God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.